What's up, YouTube? So we back with another one. Before I get to it, I just want to let y'all know, if y'all didn't know already, I go live mostly every day for like an hour or two. And I post reaction videos. So I go live and then post reaction videos. So if you go to my page, under videos will be all my reactions. And then if you want to see me game, click live. And this is my live game. Right now, Marvel is number one to me right now. I'm not gonna lie. And yeah, I just started. I kind of just started, so you can see 6 days ago I started it. So because I used to do Twitch only, but Twitch, like, it was just getting the videos over to YouTube is just too much. So I'm like, all right, let me just go live on YouTube where I don't gotta do all this transferring back and forth. I can just do live on both. So that's what we're doing. So yeah, so all my gamings will be on under live, and all my reactions will be under video. All right. So now where we at? Tommy G, a day with Florida's wildest sheriff. Let's see what he's talking about.
Florida's where snowflakes come to melt, and I hope it stays that way.
On Facebook, TikTok, or other social media, the St. Lucie County Sheriff's Office has made a routine of putting arrests and suspects front and center. But the videos are becoming heavily scrutinized, now by Mackenzie LaPointe, a U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida.
When we have those that are going to come into our community and try to victimize them, we're going to chase them to the ends of the earth.
Who's the best at pit maneuvers in this room?
Probably me, because I'm an instructor on it.
A lot of these individuals take flight.
They be pulling up in ski mask.
So they had enough balls to come here and victimize our citizens. Our deputies are going to put them through the ringer. They're going to end up landing in Pearson's penthouse where they belong.
Pearson penthouse.
Florida sheriffs have a notorious reputation for their no-nonsense, tough-on-crime approach, and perhaps no man better exemplifies this than St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. To some, he's a legend, a man we're in the age where you wonder if the police body cam footage will be released to the public. He takes an unorthodox approach, broadcasting live, using social media to amplify his mission and encourage transparency. And he's not just some scrub on desk duty. He has spent years in the field, going on raids, doing high-speed chases in the Hellcat, and rocking the shiesty mask before it became popular. But to others, his antics are too much, over the top, and he's been criticized for being controversial.
This man is unethical. He should not even be our dog catcher.
Now by Mackenzie LaPointe, a U.S. attorney for the Southern District of Florida. Through a public record request, I learned LaPointe and Pearson discreetly spoke on the phone in April. LaPointe's concerns the videos hurt law enforcement's credibility. This is the first post LaPointe says he took issue.
I'm not gonna hold you. Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. That don't even look right, bro. That don't even look right. That's damn. I don't know. I don't know if he's doing. I don't know if that's against his job or whatever. But bro, that's violation, bro.
Issue with writing quote this just
My boy you got caught, and he's over here taking a selfie with you in the background. Damn, bro. And he posted on Facebook. Oh, your homie's gonna see that? Nah, bro. You got to get your get back.
Disturbing image comes across as if the sheriff is posing with an antelope that he just shot on a safari.
Together, we get to dive in and see what this man is all about. Boots on the ground with Florida's wildest sheriff. Let's get to it.
And guys, let me know in the comments, is it a good idea for a sheriff to leverage social media and be more transparent to the people that elected him? Or is it unprofessional to be filming the people you arrest?
I really don't even know. I'm not gonna hold you. I don't even know. All I know is that, boy, if it was me, if I see myself on the ground and you taking a selfie and I see it on Facebook, I'm gonna feel some type of way.
This nifty gear is thanks to the sponsor of today's video.
Atomic Defense. And
I
folks,
see myself
if you
on
have a
Facebook
dangerous
laying on the
job,
ground,
like law enforcement
bro,
or
I'll feel some
security,
type of
they
way.
have the gear that's going to help keep you safe.
This is some bad boy shit. This is a level 3 plate carrier, which means average blick on the street. I don't care if you're talking AK-47, AR, pistol, even if I had a switch on it. This thing protects you. And they have gear for everybody from
How much is it?
police officers to civilians. Had a switch. Average blick on the street. Here's thanks to the sponsor of today's video.
Atomic Defense. And folks, if you have a dangerous job, like law enforcement or security, they have the gear that's going to help.
All right, so you got a helmet for $580. A soft body armor vest for $450. What is that? A bulletproof backpack? What are you carrying in a bullet? What are you gonna carry in a backpack that needs to be bulletproof? $250. Body armor plate, bro. I'm gonna take that to Call of Duty with me, boy. You know how Call of Duty you put some shield on? That's exactly what I'm gonna do right here. Only for 200. 2, 4, 6. I got 3 sheet. I gotta put 3 plates on. Oh, I can't even. I'm thinking I'm on a website. I'm on a thing. Wait, hold up though.
Keep you safe.
Oh, what about the mask?
Your job, like law enforcement,
What about the headset
security,
with the
they have the
face
gear
shield?
that's going to help keep you safe.
This is some
That's
bad
it,
boy
that's it.
shit. This is a level 3 plate
Bro,
carrier, which means
if
average
y'all want
blick
some of
on
that
the
stuff,
street, I don't care if you're
y'all
talking
know where to get it.
AK-47,
Spend
AR,
that 500.
pistol, even if it had a switch on it, this thing protects you. And they have gear for everybody, from police officers to civilians. This is some of the best shit in the game.
And if you have operations in the
I didn't
dark,
know you
they
could
have some
buy
of the
that.
best night vision in the game. I mean, look at their clients. They're trusted by sheriffs, school districts, even the Department of Homeland Security. That's the feds. And they made a custom link for you, the viewer.
Whoa,
to shop
hold
their
on. Hold on. A bulletproof mask for $340. The headset. Hold up, boy. Does it come with the headphones and the mic, bro? For $900. You could get that camo vest. Is it bulletproof though? Yeah, that's bulletproof. I think a camo vest for 300. 300.
collection.
They got 78 reviews on this. How many people need a face mask? What is that? All right. This is like a light that goes under your handgun, I think. Pretty sure. For 200, see, you got the cheaper version. Now you got this one. For 200, you could be bulletproof. On God. The balaclava is $63. 60, basically. Bulletproof armor suit raid ball special. For $1,000, you get all that right there. You can do your own raids. On God. Face shield, $350 for that, bro. The armor plates, boy. If you play Call of Duty, you need this. It's on sale. What is that? Bulletproof backpack. I still don't know what. Well. If he breaks the shield, you can't use it, bro. Nah, $160 for a bulletproof backpack. It depends what are you gonna keep in there. I'm not gonna lie, this look fire though. I'm not gonna lie, that look fire just to have like.
They got thermal scopes, vests, and holy shit, a bulletproof mask.
Imagine doing a mission wearing one of those.
Your safety is #1 and always worth the investment. Get the gear if this speaks to you.
Bro, somebody pull up with that mask, I'm running.
Hey there, I have a meeting with Sheriff Pearson, just trying to get through the fence. Good morning, how are you?
Hey there,
Tom.
Marianne. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Top of the morning to you. Good to meet you, man.
Oh, absolutely.
How are you?
You're all set up.
Yes, this is apparently can stop most things in the street today, from ARs to AK-47s to blickies to even guns with switches, which I'm sure you've encountered out in the wild.
No, we have Glock Amazon switches and everything coming over from China. In the free state of Florida, we're.
I didn't even know you could get it on Amazon.
You can go to a gun shop and buy one.
Really?
You
can buy switches in Florida?
Yeah, absolutely. You can modify your
The
gun.
ATF doesn't come running?
Well, you have to go through the process. So
Okay.
The ATF process. I encourage our deputies to go out there and arrest anyone who wants to victimize our criminals. I encourage them to do that. When we have those that are going to come into our community and try to victimize them, whether it's porch pirates, whether it's people looking to smash and grabs, we're going to chase them to the end of the earth.
These individuals have an extensive criminal history, very violent, lots of narcotic sales. They know that they've been doing wrong, breaking the law for quite some time. They just don't know when they're going to get caught again. So just our mere presence, a lot of these individuals take flight.
All units 10-3 in pursuit.
We just came to check a house that we've done multiple sales of cocaine at.
If they get in a vehicle and they decide to run, our deputies not only
Bro, like, how
have the
heavy is
training,
that-
they
that
have the
vest on
policies
them?
to
Like-
back them up and
like, he
stop them
tight.
in their tracks.
Do you guys use pit maneuvers?
100%.
tight.
We're at the brink of
Like, how heavy is that
society
vest?
running rampant.
Because they got to run as fast as they can. That vest got to be like 20 pounds on top of their
What do you
weight.
see as the biggest challenge in your way for fighting crime right now?
Soft on crime ideology. Those that want to hand out ice cream cones to felons instead of handcuffs. But we know January 20th, a lot of that's going to change. The handcuffs are going to be coming off the federal law enforcement and going back on the criminals where they belong. Yeah, I'm St. Lucie County Sheriff Keith Pearson. Franklin Sanders and his juvenile companion thought they were going to come through St. Lucie.
Bro, if this was you, how would you feel? Bro, I'll be tight. I'll be tight.
County with the stolen vehicle, with the Broward Task Force on their tail, ain't happening.
Part of me thinks in the prison system we should come up with a better way to determine if someone could be more of an attribute.
Well, hopefully individuals who hadn't crossed that line to victimize our citizens see these videos and they understand that there's consequences to actions.
Oh, you got some warrants there, Michael.
I got one?
Yeah.
For what?
Sale and delivery cocaine.
Bruh? Shit, I got 4 sale charges. I got 4 sale charges. Who I sold and delivered to?
You have agencies, and mainly in our northerner states, that have woke ideology. You can't hold the criminal accountable if you can't catch them. So if they know you're going to get behind them and turn the lights on, they're going to flee, well, what are they going to do? They're criminals. They don't want to be caught. So of course they're going to stop. But if they get behind and they know a deputy's behind them or a Florida trooper's behind them and they put the lights on, they know I've got about 5 seconds to make a decision before they put me in a ditch. So they had enough balls to come here and victimize our citizens. Our deputies are going to put them through the ringer, and we're going to let them. They're going to end up landing in Pearson's penthouse where they belong.
Pearson penthouse. Most police forces around the country have shied away from social media, but you lean into it.
It's what the people want. When you communicate with the public, they want to see transparency.
Yes.
But the media is fake. We all know that. The future is YouTube channels. The future is connecting with the community directly, cutting the middleman out who's going to change it to fit their agenda. What do the traditional media folks do?
They take your video, your story, they put their own words over it and package it.
There you have it.
The Real plays music with what he called racially insensitive references. In a response, Pearson said, quote, that he wholeheartedly disagrees with your statement and that, quote, we will continue to highlight criminals and crimes in an effort to dissuade those thinking about breaking our laws.
And again, the woke ideology, Florida is where snowflakes come to melt, and I hope it stays that way.
You want to give us a tour?
Yeah, we'll give you a tour.
What's the difference between a sheriff and a chief of police?
So the sheriff is constitutionally elected.
Okay.
So we're elected, just how the president is elected. The chief of police works for a city, municipality.
Police chiefs get appointed by city leaders like the mayor or city council, and sheriffs get elected by the people of the county every 4 years. The other big thing is jurisdiction. Police chiefs typically run a town or city, while sheriffs run the entire county.
How many people do you oversee?
So right now we're at about 750. We have deputies in every single school in St. Lucie County to ensure our kids stay safe. So we have 18 years of these kids seeing our deputies every single day in a positive light. They're not only there to make sure that our kids engage with law enforcement, they're there to protect our kids. Major Steve Sigmund, he's in charge of law enforcement. And when you ask how does it feel to be the CEO of a $100 million company with you're close to 800 employees, you can't do it without great leaders like Major Sigmund.
What builds that budget? How do you get the money for that budget?
Citizens, we go through a budgetary hearing every year. The county commissioners approve the budget.
The sheriff's office is largely taxpayer funded?
It's 100% taxpayer funded.
No civil forfeiture?
No civil forfeiture.
Okay.
So this is our real-time crime center. So we have our analysts here that throughout the day monitor radio channels. If our deputies respond to a bank call, a stolen vehicle, we have the display up here to where we can see what's happening. The ladies inside this room right here is literally the heartbeat of the agency. They're funneling out information. When our deputies are responding to
I didn't even know it looks like
robbery,
that.
when our deputies are responding to a missing child, and they're sorting through all the background stuff. 'Cause we want
So they literally pull up the whole map, probably of the whole city. We're probably almost look like some GTA. This almost look like GTA. They probably got a whole section of like what each symbol mean, and they probably got symbols all over the map. That's crazy though.
Focus on driving, getting there as fast as
I didn't know they got something.
This is a portion of our traffic unit. This is Sergeant Evans. He's in charge of the traffic unit.
Who's the best at pit maneuvers in this room?
Probably me, because I'm an instructor on it.
Some of you guys see some really rough things. They see, you know, kid neglect. They see abuse. They see shootings. They see dead people. I mean, they see a lot of really rough things.
Either make contact or entry at the residence that the two suspected.
Bro, just for $1,000, you could look like one of them.
Homicide suspects are
on our website and cop it. Just for $1,000, you look like one of them.
Description of the suspect exits the home.
White shirt coming out. Appears
It's the shooting suspect.
He's tight right now.
How do you guys work through that?
We'll have our peer support group reach out to them, and it's an app that we put on their work phone so that they hit the button, whether it's alcoholism, whether it's financial issues, whether it's seeing something terrible, decompressing. We have that availability to them. If they want to step up and they think that they need the help, we have those resources for them and their families.
What is your take on civil forfeiture?
Oh, I use it all the time. So this Mustang here was seized. This Mustang was seized from a chop shop. Mainly it's vehicles. We'll have a drug dealer in a vehicle use a vehicle, while they're committing drug deals. Or we'll have these street takeovers. We had a motorcycle, BMW S1000 was seized from an individual who makes videos on TikTok, taunting the police, doing street takeovers, driving 100 or 191 miles an hour, just in and out of traffic. Just causing chaos, running from the police. I think his quote was, he's happy that law enforcement agency is putting it into use that has the balls to drive it, or something along those lines.
We were just talking earlier about property theft. That almost seems like legalized property theft, but under the badge doing it.
Well, if the forfeiture comes into when things are used as an instrumentality of a crime.
But doesn't that sound like a little bit of a reach?
No, not at all. I don't think so. A lot of the stories that people hear about is person driving down the road, they had a whole bunch of money on them, they stopped and they said, I think this is drug money.
Yes.
And they would take, those days are gone.
Okay. Do you agree that?
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous.
Are you having any trouble recruiting?
No, we've got lines around we're not the highest paid agency either, but I think being able to connect with the community, being able for the younger generation, the newer generation to see that we want them to be cops. As long as our deputies use their judgment and do it for the right reasons, I got their back 100%. But if they mess up and they do the wrong thing, I'm also going to slam them just as hard.
Yeah. And folks, just a reminder, if you want to get the Big Dogs Gotta Eat sweatshirts, RIP Mainstream Media t-shirts, TommyGMcGee.com. What's the most bizarre arrest encounter you've had on the job?
People being in a car naked, getting pulled over. I was in narcotics and vice for the longest time, and this is going back about 10 years ago. I go make a drug purchase. I think it was oxycodone at the time. Bought trafficking him out from an individual. He ends up getting arrested, goes through the process, gets in trouble, gets sentenced to prison, goes to prison for a year or two, gets out. The day that he gets out, I'm still in my undercover mode, just different places. We cross paths at a gathering at another event, and he's there selling again. Well, he recognizes me, and he goes, hey, you're that motherfucker that put me away. So there's no backup. There's no, if you're really undercover, you're really undercover. So I said, hey man, my bad, the cops pulled me over on the way here, and I didn't know you at the time, so I figured if I gave him somebody, they'd let off me, and they did. So my bad, I won't do you like that again. So he was thinking in his head, like, I would do the same thing. He's like, oh shit, makes sense. He goes, all right, he sold to me again, right there on the spot. And then obviously he's in prison again. But that's
so anybody who's been selling dope is hiding. They know we're coming for them. So we'll be right back out at it tomorrow.
How are you?
This is SWAT week this week.
What are you guys training for in particular now?
The basics of this training is from a source, Cadre Consultants. They're out of Broward. Ultimately, this is going to lead into CQC training.
Close quarter combat.
Yeah.
Now he's in charge of the SWAT team. He makes sure that every one of our deputies are dead accurate shots, as you could see. He makes sure that our training, their training is top tier level. Make sure they have all the equipment they need to succeed the missions. He's directly responsible for every one of the SWAT team members. And again, it's a heavy burden to take on. You know, to know that you're instructing and you're giving the team and the guidance to officers that have to wear ballistic material to go in there and get the people that don't want to be caught.
What's the biggest thing you want to accomplish in the county?
Probably just see some of the crime reduced. You know, some of the shootings. Fort Pierce has seen a lot of shootings. Maybe get in there and try to reduce some of the violence.
It's certainly a very high-risk job. What's something you think the average person back home might not know about your profession that you could tell them?
When they see all these guys with all this equipment on, you know, sometimes they have a tendency to forget that there's a human being, with a family, with kids.
Hold on. Bro, I think he overweight.
Loved
I'm not
ones
gonna lie, I
that
think he
goes out and does
overweight.
this job every day to make other people safe, and just to kind of remember, they're not just machines, they're not robots.
How has it felt in the last 4 years, especially since the George Floyd incident? Policing has been really, like, people have just shit on it in America.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people have.
You know, we're not having those issues here because, you know, we've always engaged with the community. You know, our previous sheriff, Sheriff Ken Mascara, was in office for 23 years. His biggest focus was on community engagement and being personable, being tailorable. You know, my cell number is out there to any one of our residents.
Really?
And I would say the pendulum's starting to go back the other way, where the public wants more cops in their community and wants them to, you know, take action against all this crime.
You know, treat everybody with respect and show them that just because there's one bad apple in the bunch, the whole bunch isn't ruined.
Just for $1,000, you could look like one of them. Go cop up, cop up.
How often when you guys are doing a raid, let's say you're raiding someone for fentanyl, how often does a shootout actually occur?
Damn, that look like Modern Warfare.
He's right there. Come out! Come out now! Come out! Come on! Let's go! Let's go! Move! Move! I don't care! Move!
Shield up.
Coming out, Mikey. Small room, small room, small room.
We'll clear this side of the house.
Man, they arrested people
We make our
naked?
presence known. We use the presence of marked units and verbal de-escalation. We give the commands. We ask them to come outside. They 9 times out of 10 realize that we're not going anywhere. It is in fact a search warrant. We have a legal reason to be there, and generally they'll come out realizing that, look, there's a show of force. We're going to end up coming in anyway. It's inevitable. So we usually get the intended result with the least use of force possible.
Tonight we're taking part in a multi-agency enhanced traffic enforcement operation. Some of the detectives stopped the vehicle for some traffic violations, and they transmitted that they've recovered a large amount of narcotics. We're going to head that way and see if we could help with anything. There it is. You know, it's inconspicuous. It's the shape of a kilo. We hadn't had it cut and open yet to check it, but the dog alerted to it. They said the item was initially concealed underneath it in there, so we're gonna contact our crime scene unit, have them come out, process it. It's a fairly large amount of narcotics from what we're seeing at this point right now. There's one.
Back seat.
And there's another kilo of cocaine.
What are the most common things some police departments are doing to drop the ball right now?
But when it comes down to, you know, law enforcement, when it comes down to, you know, fixing problems, you know, it's very simple. Just you got to go right back to the basics. You know, we've been
Go grab a water.
A community, or we've been, you know, people have been on the earth for many years, and then we evolve. But you can only evolve so far. You know, evil's evil. You know, people are going to commit crime. You have to just face it straight on, and then use what you have within your means. You know, budget plays a big role in it. You know, not every agency has the budget to, you know, have the real-time crime center, to have LPR cameras that only assist our deputies with going out there and locking people up.
We're here at the Sheriff Aviation Unit. This madman's gonna take us up in the sky when there's an impending storm. I'm not exactly thrilled about it, but you bought the ticket, you take the ride. So on a risk scale, going up.
He's nervous.
I can't determine that until we actually see what's coming.
Until we fly, right? Fly until you can't fly. You ready?
Who's going?
Probably the three of us. That's all right.
Best of luck, guys.
Well, for 250, 250 you get the helmet.
Sergeant Sean.
300, I think.
He doesn't seem very excited right now, and he's
Well, they're real serious, you know, because they
he's
take
real
their,
serious.
Yeah.
Is smiling a crime in this jurisdiction?
No.
This is one way to spin the block, don't you think?
Oh yeah, definitely bend the block with this one, right?
You slid, Jet. You slid, Jet.
Who? I slid?
You slid, Jet. If we do spot a child predator as we're flying,
Hey,
we're
my
allowed
boy
to
Tommy
shoot
about to
out
get-
the window and try and
He
get
about
him.
to get arrested.
No, can't do that.
Is that where we deploy the dogs and the tactical team?
I would radio down, but I don't think we're going to be able to see any predators from the sky.
Is
Wait,
it
what
on
do
your
you say?
We're allowed to just shoot out of the window and try and get them?
No, can't do that.
Is
Trying to
that
shoot
where we
out the
deploy
window.
the dogs and the tactical team?
I would radio down, but I don't think we're going to be able to see any predators from the sky.
Is it on your dream list to arrest P. Diddy?
No.
Is this going to be a no flight?
Yeah. Well, 'cause you got to remember, we're going to be flying, you know, in the air. You know, there are a lot of instruments. You know, it's a, you know, this is probably one of our most. Look how clean the floor is. You know, very, very dangerous and serious flight.
Helicopters are a very important tool in crime fighting and public safety. For safety, a bird in the sky can help locate someone in the ocean that has had a boating accident, and for crime, it can help with things like smugglers using boats and high-speed car chases. Any car thief with enough experience will tell you that a helicopter adds another dimension of difficulty to getting away from the authorities.
But that was actually pretty damn smooth.
I enjoyed that. I'm glad we did it. No, absolutely. How are we doing in booking? Do we have any movements or is it busy or? I'm pulling up to the Sally Port. If you want to let us in, we're going to come into the Sally Port. If you just want to meet us out there. We've got upwards of 40 deputies on shift out here. I mean, it's one of the largest moving pieces, you know, because we're entrusted to keep, you know, our community safe. What's happening, buddy? Good, good, good. This is our intake area. They get brought in, you know, they get placed up here, they get searched, they make sure they have nothing in here.
Come on in here. This is where we do what we call the pat-down area, or to make sure no one has any weapons or drugs or anything like that before entering the secure area of the facility. All their property is taken from them at this point. Your misdemeanor and light felons in male will get blue uniform. You can see the orange over on the other side if they are a violent inmate or they have a violent past.
They have a database that we get a thumbprint from them, and it kind of puts a light, not an AFIS, but not a 100% fingerprint match, but it's our own little database because our deputies do have fingerprint readers on the street. So in the event that a deputy encounters somebody and they don't have ID or they don't want to be cooperative, we're able to use a small device to get a fingerprint. If they've ever been arrested before, it'll give us a close match to them. So it'll at least give us a roll. Now, this is our holding. Usually we'll keep people separate. You know, if we have males and females, we'll keep females in one, males in another. So when they come into here, this is an X-ray machine that they're able to do a body scan on to see if there's anything on them, you know, anything hidden in their cavities.
Check them in the rectum, they say?
Well, I'm not sure if that's the terminology they use, but this would be the device that does the body scan, and it would be able to determine if there's, you know, something there hidden. You know, sometimes when people come into the facility, they they're well, not necessarily drunk, but just out of control or violent or wanting to fight or lash out.
It would suck to have to get strapped onto this.
It does. No, I think it would as well. But again, it's designed, you know, to prevent somebody from hurting themselves, whether they're here, they're banging their head on the wall. But once they're in this, they're put on camera, they're on constant surveillance.
Who makes money from the bonds? The bond company?
Yeah, I think it would be the bond company.
But you don't see any of that?
No, I wish. You know, it definitely help, but we don't get no money from tickets, despite what people think. We don't get any money from bondsmen, you know, when they process it. Like, so this is our processing area. This is Sergeant Lamb.
How you doing? I'm Tom.
This is where they would take their photos, they'd fingerprint them, they'd, you know, put a band, you know, wristband on them, and then when they're going to call their bondsman or make a phone call, here's the holding cell. You know, you have the phone call. So this is where they'd call home. You know, they've got a list of different bondsmen. They'd make their free call from here.
So 10 dudes could be in here, and they all share one toilet?
20 or 30 dudes in here.
And they all share one toilet?
Yeah.
You just do this, hey guys.
Sorry. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's amazing that jail or prison isn't more of a deterrent. I can't imagine spending more than an hour here and being like, okay, I'm never doing anything again that'll get me here.
Well, if somebody out there is homeless and they don't have the means to have their house or food or whatever, or warmth, when are they going to come here? They're going to come here during the winter times.
Of course, so I totally get it for a homeless person. This is a great option if you're homeless. But for the other guys, what do you think makes someone a habitual offender? Like, why do you think this isn't bad enough to not want to repeat?
Really not much more than we can attribute it to that. It's just how they're raised. We do have programs here to hopefully get them out of that, but some of them are just going to keep coming back and forth.
Does that blow your mind a little bit, though?
It did when I first started. Been here almost 18 years. I'm kind of moved to it at this point, so it doesn't really affect me anymore.
You know, on the flip note, look how clean this place is. I mean, who wouldn't want to come to Pearson's penthouse? It's pretty clean.
I want to come here.
You know, come on.
Thank you.
I think they had 4 bag lunches for us. This is our lunch. We haven't been busy.
Thank you. This is a typical jail meal.
When they go out, yeah.
Oh yeah. Ooh, 2 sandwiches. Oh.
Turkey.
This actually doesn't look so bad.
No, it doesn't.
You have a close-up. I don't know what kind of
Oh, you got a nice thick slice. Look at that. You got a thick old slice.
Look at the pattern of the meat.
Nah, bro.
All right, 1 bite. Everyone knows the rule. What do you grade that turkey sandwich?
1, they actually have a real thick piece of turkey. If this was an airport, it'd be like.
Bro, I'm not gonna hold you. I remember being in school, eating a turkey sandwich and putting mustard on it. Yo, it's actually fire, bro. Like, it might sound nasty, but I haven't eaten that in so long. But, yo, putting mustard on it is fire with mustard. I could just remember.
You know, a fraction of this. I'd say as far as jail food goes, this is pretty good.
Good. I'm glad that our culinary departments.
The turkey don't look like that, though, but
I can
I'm
already
just
tell
saying.
how it tastes.
Oh, how does it taste? Tell us.
Bread and turkey.
And it's not just one slice.
Like a sandwich.
Either, not like
you
that.
had some cold cuts that Boris had, right?
I feel like it's really good bread. Like
The bread
I
makes
thought
the
the bread
sandwich.
was gonna be more tough or like more kind of stale.
I think I used to put mayonnaise and mustard.
While
Turkey
it's important
sandwich.
for Keith to be tough on crime, he is also passionate about building opportunities for the community. Here's a gym that his father started in his time as an officer, and Keith has kept going while he's worn the badge.
This is our way that we give kids in the community to have a place to come to. This is 100% volunteer base, so everyone that comes in here.
So this is provided by the department?
The sheriff's office sponsors it, but it's totally funded from the community. The building's owned outright by the nonprofit. It's a police athletic league, and we were talking a little bit earlier about giving kids options and opportunity. This is a vessel to do that. So in 1994, we saw that a lot of kids in our community didn't have the parents, didn't have the mentorship, didn't have the guidance. So we brought a police athletic league here to our community to give kids the key word, opportunity. We've sent kids to the kids from our community. We've sent to the Olympics with the traits and characteristics that they build. So we're taking action. We're putting programs in place. It's free to the kids there.
So what you're starting to hit on that I think is really important is the community policing aspect.
You have to be a part of your community to effectively police your community. If you're just running off of policies and not changing with the community, not engaging with the community, then that's all you're going to be. The community's not going to have trust in you because you're only going to be there when there's problems. We focus on combat sports because if you do team sports, Think of this for a second. There's football practice. Your parents just got into a fight, or someone just got arrested, or there's an alcohol substance abuse, and you miss practice. Now you're letting the team down. When you come back, what happens? You get benched. You get benched for no other reason that you missed practice for things out of your control. So doing combat sports, boxing, wrestling, karate, it's you against you. So if they come and they miss a week, when they come back, they could pick up right where they left off.
And the self-confidence to be able to defend yourself.
You're pissed off at the world. You come in here, 9 out of 10 times, these kids never even make it to the ring. But they'll go back to one of those punching bags there, and they'll let go of that frustration.
Yeah.
I'm trying to expand and do other.
How old are you?
I'm 17.
Okay, how hard is it to recruit your friends to come train here?
My friends not really so hard. It depends. Like, it depends. If you know somebody that's like motivated or like very dedicated, like if you surround yourself with people that are driven, it's not really so hard.
The organization's been here since 1994. So there's generations of people who've come here for just that opportunity to come out and go to different events. And we're not a typical gym. You know, when you go away on an event, what does it cost you? You know, we pay for the transport, we pay for the house, you know, the hotels. We set them up there. We've got great mentors that are here. Nobody here gets paid. This is 100% volunteer based. It's for the community, by the community.
2025, what's on your list to knock out of the park?
Well, we just want to secure our borders. You know, we're 60 miles away from the Bahamas. And what happens is, you know, when the border in Texas tightens up, we have vessels that come over. So we have those that want to enter our country illegally. And when they come over illegally, this isn't humanitarian. This isn't families. Most of them have criminal backgrounds, and they're bringing kilos of fentanyl, kilos of cocaine, weapons, things to harm our citizens.
Most of the people you encounter crossing the border have
Yes, sir.
criminal backgrounds.
Yes, sir. You know what, I'm reflecting back on that question that you asked me earlier. Well, what's the goals for 2025? America first. We're going to put America first. We're going to put our American citizens first. We're going to put our border first. We're going to put the lives affected by the poison fentanyl coming into our communities first.
Folks, this was an inside look into the wildest sheriff in Florida. I hope you enjoyed yourself, and I'll see you next week. Peace.
Hey guys,
What y'all thought about that one? What is that? What y'all thought about that one? All right, y'all. You already know that was it. Yeah. I mean, not really too much. You didn't really see anything.
One final
like,
reminder.
Anything live, I guess. I mean, you probably just saw old videos, but on body cams. But listen, don't forget, I'm gonna be live. I'm live mostly every day playing the game on this channel. Whatever games y'all like, let me know. But right now, I'm not gonna lie, Marvel's #1 right now. All right, so I'll see y'all later. Deuces.